Ever wondered why, despite earning decently, you find yourself struggling financially at the end of each month? Well, you're not alone. It's a common scenario for many, particularly amongst young adults. This is often due to a series of common money mistakes that we unknowingly make, and these mistakes can have significant impacts on our financial health. One of the fundamental roots of these financial missteps is the lack of financial literacy. Understanding money, how it works, and how to manage it effectively is crucial. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors of all time, once said, "Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving." This quote underlines the importance of saving and prioritizing financial security over immediate gratification. So, are you ready to tackle these money mistakes head-on? Are you ready to transform the way you handle your finances? Stay tuned as we dive into the depths of these common money mistakes. Ever heard of the phrase, keeping up with the Joneses? It's one of the biggest money mistakes you can make. That's right, my friends, living beyond your means is a treacherous path that many fall into. It's like walking on a tightrope without a safety net. One misstep and down you go into the abyss of financial instability. Now, what does living beyond your means entail? It's when your outgoing expenses surpass your incoming earnings. It's when you buy that shiny new car on credit, knowing that your monthly income barely covers the rent. It's when you splurge on designer clothes and high-end gadgets, while your savings account gathers dust. You see, the problem with spending more than you earn is that it's not sustainable. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, you'll never reach the top. And that's where debt comes in, lurking in the shadows, ready to pounce the moment you falter. Now I want you to ponder on this wise quote from Benjamin Franklin. Beware of little expenses, a small leak will sink a great ship. It's the small, seemingly insignificant expenses that often do the most damage. That daily cup of artisanal coffee, those impulsive online purchases, they all add up. And before you know it, you're drowning in a sea of debt. Living beyond your means not only leads to financial instability, but also causes stress, anxiety, and can strain relationships. It's a vicious cycle that's hard to break free from. But the good news is, it's not impossible. So, how do you avoid this common money mistake? It's simple. Spend less than you earn. Save more. Make a budget and stick to it. Prioritize needs over wants. And most importantly, resist the urge to keep up with the Joneses. Before splurging on that Gucci bag or the latest iPhone, ask yourself, can I really afford this? Remember, it's not about what you have, it's about what you keep. So let's keep more and spend wisely, because the more you save, the less you will spend. Life is unpredictable. Are you financially prepared for the unexpected? Let's talk about something we often overlook, an emergency fund. An emergency fund, in the most basic terms, is a financial safety net. It's a stash of money set aside to cover the financial surprises that life throws your way. These surprises can be anything from an unexpected medical bill, a sudden job loss, or even a car repair that you didn't see coming. Not having an emergency fund is like driving a car without insurance. You might be cruising along fine for a while, but when an accident happens, you're left in a financial wreck. You see, emergencies are not a matter of if, but when. And when that inevitable rainy day comes, it's the emergency fund that keeps you dry. Take it from personal finance guru Suze Orman, who once said, an emergency fund can be a lifesaver, literally. It's an apt description, think about it. In a crisis, your emergency fund is the lifebuoy that keeps you afloat while you figure out how to swim back to safety. Without an emergency fund, you're left vulnerable. You might be forced to go into debt, which then spirals into a cycle of more debt and stress. It's like digging a hole that keeps getting deeper and deeper. You're constantly playing catch-up, and it's hard to get ahead. But here's the good news. Starting an emergency fund is not as daunting as it sounds. It's not about the size of your income, it's about the consistency of your savings. Even setting aside a small amount from each paycheck can build up over time. It's like planting a seed that grows into a sturdy tree, providing shade when you need it most. So let's make a pact. Let's commit to building that emergency fund, no matter how small, and let it grow. Because when life throws a curveball, we want to be ready to catch it and throw it right back. Remember, it's not about how much you earn, but how much you save that counts. Think retirement is too far to start saving? Think again. Retirement might seem like a distant reality, especially to those who are at the beginning of their careers. You might think, I've got plenty of time. Why should I start saving now? But let's take a moment to discuss why kicking off your retirement savings early is crucial. Firstly, starting early gives your money more time to grow. It's like planting a seed. The earlier you plant it, the more time it has to grow into a sturdy tree. The same principle applies to your retirement fund. Let's say you start saving at the age of 25 rather than 35. That's 10 extra years for your money to grow, and trust me, those 10 years can make a significant difference. Now let's talk about something magical in the financial world: compound interest. This is where your money starts working for you. Simply put, compound interest is the interest you earn on both your original money and on the interest you've already received. Over time, this leads to your money multiplying at an accelerating rate. Don't just take it from me. Albert Einstein, one of the most brilliant minds in history, once said, "Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it." Compound interest is a powerful tool, my friends, and it's one that can help you build a substantial retirement nest egg. But remember, compound interest needs time to work its magic. The longer you wait to start saving for retirement, the less time compound interest has to do its job. And that means you'll need to save a lot more of your income to reach the same retirement goal. In conclusion, retirement may seem far off, but it's never too early to start preparing for it. The earlier you start saving, the more time your money has to grow, and the more compound interest can work its magic. So don't delay. Start saving for retirement today. The earlier you start saving for retirement, the less you'll have to worry about your golden years. Ever thought financial education is only for the rich and wealthy? You couldn't be more wrong. The truth is, financial education isn't just for the affluent, it's for everyone. It's as fundamental as learning how to read or write. And just like literacy, a lack of financial education can leave you vulnerable and hinder your ability to make sound decisions. It's like walking through a maze blindfolded, where every wrong turn is a financial mistake waiting to happen. Consider this. You wouldn't step into the boxing ring without learning how to throw a punch, would you? Similarly, stepping into the world of finance without understanding the basics is like setting yourself up for a knockout punch. It's not just about avoiding debt or building wealth, it's about gaining the knowledge to navigate the complex financial landscape that surrounds us every day. Robert Kiyosaki, an acclaimed author and businessman, once said, "Financial freedom is available to those who learn about it and work for it." These words ring true because financial education empowers you. It gives you the tools to understand and manage your money effectively. It helps you recognize opportunities, avoid pitfalls, and ultimately achieve financial freedom. So why do we often ignore financial education? Perhaps it's because we think it's too complicated or we believe it's not necessary. But remember, every successful journey begins with a single step. Start by understanding the basics: budgeting, saving, investing, and managing debt. The lack of financial education can lead to a cycle of poor money decisions like taking on high-interest debt, living paycheck to paycheck, or not saving for retirement. It's like being stuck in a financial rut, unable to move forward. But with financial education, you can break free from this rut and steer your financial future in the direction you want. In conclusion, financial education is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's not just about making money, it's about making informed decisions that will impact your life and the lives of your loved ones. So don't ignore it. Invest in your financial education, it's the best investment you can make. So, are you guilty of these common money mistakes? Let's recap. We've journeyed through the pitfalls of living beyond our means, the risks of not having an emergency fund, the perils of neglecting retirement savings, and the danger of ignoring financial education. Each of these common mistakes can be a roadblock on your path to financial stability and wealth. It's essential to remember that living within your means isn't about depriving yourself, but about making smart choices. Building an emergency fund isn't a luxury, it's a necessity, just like planning for your golden years isn't an afterthought, but a priority. And financial education? It's not an option. It's a must-have tool to navigate the world of finance. Each of these steps is a building block, a stepping stone towards a secure and prosperous future. Remember, the first step to financial freedom is recognizing and avoiding these common money mistakes. So start today and take control of your financial journey. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos.